Okay guys, it's update time. You know, I've been working on my new Properly Spanked series. I think I'm going to call it Properly Spanked Legacy. I've used that for so long now, I think it's just going to stick. I'm working on book 1. There's going to be 4 altogether. So this first book, just the basic facts, it's about the Duke of Arlington's son, Lord Westcott, and his love, who happens to be a singer, an opera singer named Ophelia, but she's also a lady. So I could tell you the whole plot. I know the whole plot. I know how the book's gonna go. I could summarize the whole thing for you right now. But I'm not going to, because then it wouldn't be any fun to write it and put it out for you, because you would be like, I know that story. But I thought it would be fun to give you kind of a little more information in a fun way. So on Twitter, they've been doing this thing where it's like, tell us 5 things about your work in progress. And the people are just kind of listing these random things. So I thought I would do the same, just to kind of give you a taste of what's coming. So number 1, that's in my work in progress, is an opera called Armide. And the reason I decided to use that opera in this book is that the heroine is like this dark sorceress, and she perpetually, continually is trying to do acts of vengeance, and instead it keeps turning into like acts of love. So what better thing to use in a spanking book? Item number 2 that I'm going to share is that in this book, there's a big bro fight. I'm not going to tell you between who. I'm not going to tell you how it plays out, but you know, they're the 4 friends like in the previous series, and 2 of them really get into a fight in this book. It's so sad. It's so sad when bros fight. Number 3 reveal. There's a meddling younger sister. I know, I love the younger sisters. I love when they get involved and they start fucking stuff up, and they're all like so cute and marriageable. Minette was part of the first series and ended up having her own book. The meddling sister in this book is named Elizabeth, and I'm falling so much in love with her. So I think she'll be in this book, but you'll see more of her too down the road. The 4th thing that I'm going to share with you is that there's a big forbidding room in this book, and it's full of swords, and something really cool happens there. Just saying. And last but not least, so the 5th thing I'm going to share that happens in this work in progress is that there's probably like 98% chance that there's going to be a punishment blowjob. I know you're thinking to yourself like, duh. Of course there is, but that's the scene that I've been working through right now, that I'm trying to make sure that it works and that it's just right and that it's hot and not creepy. So that also happens. So those are 5 things just to kind of tide you over until I get this finished. I'm having a serious problem though figuring out a title. I feel like I used all the good title words in the first series. I used training, I used tame, I used naughty, and I used under Duke's hand. So I can't do like under whatever's hand. Like that would be copying, that would be lame. You know, I can't really use like just spanking the Duchess or whatever, like whipping, whatever. Like that's a little too on the nose. And then I was like, oh, well, teaching. Oh, but teaching, that sounds like school. Strict is a good word I might be able to use, or like mastering the somebody or other. So I'm trying to think of like good disciplinary verbs that aren't actually disciplining, because I already used that in another book. So basically my issue is that I'm running out of spanking trigger words to use, and I want it to be a catchy title that's going to attract spanking readers. So that's my challenge. I was originally going to call this book, because there is a rescue in it. Oh, see, that's this, now I'm told you 6 things. God. But there's a rescue that happens in this book, so I was going to call it Rescued by the Rake. But then I was like, well, that doesn't sound spanky enough. It doesn't. I'm gonna keep writing and hope that the title comes to me, but yeah, I wish I did have a title because then I could have a cover and then I could set up a page on Goodreads and then I could put up a pre-order, but none of that's happening because books come in their own time, and this book is coming in a shitload of time, and it's sort of starting to piss me off, but it's gonna be worth it. I keep telling myself that it's gonna be worth it, okay? If I don't have it done by the summer, like by July 31st, if I haven't given you some information about when the book's coming out, I want you to write to me. I want every single person to write to me an email with the subject line, "You fucking bitch, where's the damn book?" Or something like that. And just like flood my inbox until I frickin' get my ass in gear. Anyway, you do that, put in your schedule. I'm gonna keep thinking of titles. I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm gonna figure it out. I mean, I could call it something like Thrashing That Bad Girl, but that's too much. The Strict Earl, that's boring. Chastising the, chastise me. No. Teaching her some manners, but manners is spelled M-A-N-R, M-A-N-O-R. See, I can't even fucking spell. How am I supposed to get a title for this book? Why is writing so hard?